Lunar Cycle. The new moon is invisible for two reasons. First, no light is coming to your eyes from the moon. The lit side is facing away from Earth. Second, to look for the new moon, you would have to look toward the sun. The glare is too bright to see the moon. And remember, you should never look directly at the sun. 3 days later, the moon has moved in its orbit and it is visible. The first sighting of the moon after a new moon is a tiny sliver of visible light. The curved shape is called the crescent moon. On day 5, the moon looks larger. About 1/4 of the moon is now bright. Each day, the visible bright part of the moon is a little larger. We say the moon is waxing when it appears to be growing. By day 6, almost half of the moon appears brightly lit. This is the last day of the waxing crescent moon. Tomorrow the moon will appear as the first quarter moon. The first quarter moon is the phase seen on day 7. The moon has completed the first quarter of its lunar cycle. Observers on Earth see half the sunlit side of the moon and half the dark side of the moon. The brightly lit side is on the right side. On day 9, you can see more than half the sunlit side of the moon. The moon appears to be oval-shaped. A moon phase that is larger than a quarter but not yet full is called a gibbous moon. Because the moon is still getting bigger, it is a waxing gibbous moon. On day 11, the moon is almost round. It is still a waxing gibbous moon. Observers on Earth can see most of the sunlit half of the moon. They can see only a small sliver of the dark side of the moon. Can you see the dark crescent? On day 14, you can see the whole sunlit side of the moon. This is the full moon phase. A full moon always rises at the same time the sun sets. Each day after the full moon, the bright part of the moon gets smaller. Getting smaller is called waning. On day 18, the moon looks oval again because it is still between full moon phase and quarter phase. It is still a gibbous moon, a waning gibbous moon. On day 21, the moon has completed 3/4 of its orbit around Earth. The moon appears as the third quarter, again half bright and half dark. But notice that the bright side of the third quarter phase is on the left. Compare the appearance of the third quarter moon and the first quarter moon. As the moon starts the last 7 days of its orbit, it returns to crescent phase. But because it is getting smaller each day, it is the waning crescent phase. By day 24, an observer on Earth sees just a small part of the sunlit side of the moon. A lot of the dark side is visible again. On about day 28, the moon has completed one lunar cycle. It is back at its starting point. It is at the new moon phase again. The night sky is moonless. The day sky shows no moon. For a couple of days, observers on Earth can't see the moon. Then in the evening sky, just after sunset, the moon appears. It is a thin silver-colored crescent, and if you are in the right place at the right time, you could see something special. It is a bright crescent on the edge of a dim full moon. It is called the old moon in the new moon's arms. How can you see a bright crescent moon and a pale full moon at the same time? When the moon appears as a thin crescent, it is almost between Earth and the sun. A lot of light reflects from Earth onto the moon. The whole moon is dimly lit by Earthshine.